Okay.
Hey, Quinn, you gave us that out-of-the-box lineup that I asked about at Media Day with Bruno going at the 5 and Onyeka going at the 4. Is that, of course, I know Bruno may not necessarily get a lot of starter minutes moving forward into the regular season, but can we expect to see Onyeka at the 4 a little bit more?
I mean, you saw it tonight, which means obviously it's something that we've talked about. We've thought about a lot of different lineups with our group. I think particularly, the depth that we have. There's versatility in a lineup. There's some things that certain combinations of guys and certain guys you want to get on the floor for, a pretty standard amount of minutes, whether it be Trey, DJ, some of those guys that, that does impact the larger group. So there's some things about our rotation that can be unique, and there's some things that I think will be consistent. So it probably doesn't answer your question, but I'm not going to pin myself down on who we're going to play, and that's a good thing,
And then I know transition defense has been a big talk during this exhibition season. I'm curious as far as progress. I know it's not linear, but how would you
I think,
grade it?
compared to, our first game, I thought both our last game against Memphis and then tonight, our guys, it's been a point of emphasis. And for them, when you start to see them talking to each other about it, that's the ownership that you need in order to get it done, because it's not enough for them to hear it from me. They do, but as they start to internalize it, and that's a big thing for us.
Hey, Quinn. Jalen had 7 assists tonight or today. Did you kind of want to see that out of him, just that passing and finding that teammate that's able to get that open shot?
I think, that we want to see that from our whole group, and I think Jalen clearly is someone that's instinctive, and I want him just to make the right play. And there's a lot of times that's catch and shoot. And there's other opportunities where, he's able to find people, whether it be in transition or even, interior passes in half court. I think his size and his length, allows him to really see the floor, and he's unselfish. So, and I think that's true of a lot of guys on our team, and, that becomes infectious. I think it's a fun way to play.
Coach, speaking of that, I know it's only preseason, but how important is it for you guys to accumulate these wins as you head towards the regular season?
Yeah, I think it's always, regardless of the situation, there's something that feels good about winning a game that's positive. I don't think that that's the primary focus of what we're trying to do. I'd rather us play well and play the right way and not win than I would have us not do some things that I want to see us do and, make every shot and win the game. So I think our focus is on the right things, and, winning truly, it becomes a byproduct of that over time if you're doing that, because, you really control what you can control. We hear about that all the time, but it's really true.
I know you got everybody in by the end, but a little bit shorter rotation today in general, and also kept the guys in a little bit longer. Trey, DJ started the second half, which is just experience for them to kind of do that once, at least this preseason.
Yeah, I think, you head into it kind of thinking what you're going to try to do, and both those guys, wanted to keep playing. I didn't feel like we wanted to play them too much more, but as you mentioned, I think chance to start the third quarter, and I was happy with the way we started the quarter and the way we played, and then I just felt like it was time to, get them out and get some other guys in, and it was good to see. But to your point, yes, it's as we get further into preseason, you build up, closer to what you're going to see, when you start, playing games for real, and it's always good to have a balance of, being comfortable with how you're going to play, and then also having a chance to see some things as well.
And just wanted to ask you about coming out here and playing in College Park. What was it like for the guys and for you as well?
I think it was great. I mentioned, before the game, just the energy when you walk into the building, how the game, just something as simple as all the operations. It was just so smooth, and our guys are really excited about it. This, it's the Hawks franchise, and College Park is a big part of that. And I think we don't see College Park as being a separate entity in any way, shape, or form. It's a separate building, but it's a really good experience for our guys, and it's something, it's an advantage to us to have our team, in Atlanta, accessible. And I think you'll find over the course of the season, you'll have guys that are not assigned here, that are here watching games. We've got a group that really pulls for each other. We're excited about Ryan, Coach Schmidt, and his decision to come be our head coach here, and he's been a part of everything we're doing in preseason. We've got some guys that it used to be at some point that there was a perception that if you were playing in the D League, somehow it wasn't a positive, and that could not be further from the truth. We intend to use the program. We've been very deliberate about the people that we want here that are working with the players, and as I've said before, player development, is something that we not only take seriously, we want to be really, really good at. And in order to do that, you have to have, a program in place, and we have that, in College Park. So for our guys to be able to come, and feel that, and experience that, is really a positive. So I'm excited we got a chance to play here, and I think it's great for the fans that are here too. Some of these guys that played tonight, they're going to get a chance to see them some this year, and like I said, it's really a good experience for us, and a credit to all the people here that put the game on. That's there's a lot going on that I don't see, and I mentioned the concession stand, so that's check that box too. You bet. Okay. You guys all got popcorn, huh? Yeah.
Onyeka, just starting off at the four, Quinn said that you guys have kind of talked about it, you playing some minutes at the four. Just what was that like, and how do you hope it'll pay off?
I felt good overall, for me. I feel good out there. Honestly, playing the four, we get, time to get used to, because it's not my natural position, but, I felt good out there, and the more versatile I can be, the more valuable I can be, to my team. So, obviously it's something I can, get used to and really do in the future.
What is the adjustment for you from moving from the five to the four?
Just defensively, being out there guarding, guards, people who are faster than, traditional fives. But like I said, it's something to get used to, and I'm open to, playing that position if need be.
Jalen had 7 assists in the first half, and obviously he's a good passer in every context, but he seems to have sort of a connection with you. Like, he knows when you're going to be open, where and when the ball is going to be there. Like, how do you develop that kind of connection over time?
Usually when Jalen's in the game with me, we've, our chemistry has grown a lot. Love Jalen as a player in person. He just knows how to get other people involved, not just myself, but he's a talented player, as you can see. So hopefully, our relationship can be stronger moving forward.
Dominique graded your windmill dunk a 10. Just kind of curious as far as hearing that from the human highlight reel. What do you think about that?
That's dope, man. That's dope. A lot of the guys haven't really seen me, do trick dunks or, go outside my two-hand monkey dunks. So it was just, treat for everybody to see.
Is that one you would try in a game that counts, or was that a preseason only attempt?
Nah, in the game, real games, keep it simple, real simple. Unless I really, really feel good, then I might bust it out, but keep it simple. Oh, you're good.
I know transition defense has been a big part of Quinn's kind of emphasis coming into training camp, and he said that you guys have been on each other about it. Just what are those conversations like, and as far as you guys being on each other and getting back?
Definitely that's something that Quinn really emphasizes for our group, just to get back on defense, no easy buckets in transition. If y'all remember in the third, he pulled me out of the game, put me right back in. That was because I didn't get back on defense. So, holding everybody accountable, and you love having a coach like that, make sure to get on their guys about, getting back on defense and doing other things like that.
Awesome. Thanks, O.